Hey everyone, I'm back, and this time I'm just gonna do one review, and that's gonna be Spider-Man: Far From Home. And I know this movie came out like a month or so ago. I forgot when it officially came out. Probably like mid-July. I didn't see it recently. I saw it like a week or so after it came out. But sorry about the delay, but I'm reviewing it now. And I haven't really seen many movies since then because I didn't really find anything worth watching, really. Because I'm kind of just looking to see the best movies that come out in a year. So there's that. Also, before I start talking about the movie, I just want to mention that if I talk slightly different or something, or the way I'm talking is kind of different than what you're used to seeing or listening or whatever, it's because I keep biting my tongue for whatever reason, and yeah, it doesn't exactly feel great, and I'm just trying to be careful not to bite it again because it's not fun. I'm not going to show you my tongue. I'm trying not to, but you see it, whatever.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I did not intend that. Okay. I literally just put my phone there, like right here. Here, I'll just show you. Like, I put my phone right here, and I had it on because I just like to have it on right there, and apparently, yeah. So he just decided to, I don't even know what happened. I honestly don't. Man. Like almost 3 minutes in, and I haven't even talked about Spider-Man Far From Home yet. One more thing before I get into this review. I'm talking about the original cut that I saw. I haven't seen the extended cut, or that's being released in theaters right now. And I'm not really interested in seeing that because I'll explain later, or you'll figure out why by the time I'm done with this review. So let's get into the movie. So, Spider-Man Far From Home. Before I get into this, I'll just briefly talk about Homecoming, and I guess I should also mention I have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've been wanting to, but I kept forgetting. I'm just going to read just this a little bit. I don't know if that helps or not. But, Spider-Verse I missed in theaters, and I still have not seen it. Homecoming I really liked. I thought it was really fun, and now we get into Far From Home. It's directed by John Watts, the same guy who directed Homecoming, and he directed a couple other movies that I have yet to see. And this movie takes place, where does it take? Who cares? It takes place after the events of Endgame, Avengers Endgame, a movie that I really liked. I have my own gripes with it, but I thought it was a pretty good movie, and this movie takes place after that film, and we dive right into after that, and if you haven't seen Endgame, then I'm not going to spoil anything about Endgame in case anyone's worried. even though it's the highest grossing of all time, highest grossing movie of all time. I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but this movie takes place after that film, and we get right into the story, which is like Peter Parker trying to be who Tony Stark is, and he's just trying to be a normal kid. He's got a crush on Mary Jane in this movie, and there's that element to the film, and there's this whole superhero. How do you say it? Like the superhero aspect of the film is him, and there's these creatures. There's Mysterio. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and I thought this movie was fine. What I liked in this movie is the special effects look pretty good. The Tom Holland is still really, really good as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I think he's really good in the movie, especially as the movie goes along. I liked Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie. I think he worked really, really well. The post-credit scene and after-credit scene, I thought were great. The second half of the movie is the best part of the movie, if you ask me. The action sequences are pretty fun. There's whatever that character's name, like Peter Parker's friend, like the guy in Homecoming, he finds out Peter Parker is Spider-Man in that movie, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. But he's good in the movie. His character and the actor, they're both good in the movie. And that's really, aside from a few things in which I can't really get into right now, I kind of found this movie as irritating, and I just couldn't really get into it that much, especially in the first half of the movie. Like, the first half I think I kind of hate, especially, mainly because of the humor. When it comes to humor, like, teenage level humor is my least favorite type of humor. It does not resonate with me at all, really. And there are some jokes in the first half of the movie which worked, but for the most part, I wanted to, I don't know. I just couldn't stand it at all. But once we get to the second half of the movie, that's where it kind of starts to pick up. But that first half was just irritating. It was boring. I didn't really care for what was happening in terms of the characters. There's like entire scenes that could be cut out of the movie that were just there for comedy, and I didn't think the comedy worked that well. And the experience of the film, because of that first half, was pretty much ruined. I didn't really find it all that entertaining. The music is pretty much... I don't even remember the music. But you don't go into Marvel movies expecting, like, great music. You go in there for the characters and the action, and if that's all entertaining to you, then it's a good movie. But for me, I did not get anything out of it, really. Once we get to the second half, that's where it starts to pick up, but man, that first half made it just it dragged this movie down so far that I could barely. Yeah, it's amazing that I found the second half entertaining. I'm gonna give Spider-Man Far From Home a C+. I would recommend it if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe or superhero movies in general, or Spider-Man. If you're a fan of any of those things, then go see the movie. But for me, I was just really disappointed by this film, and it just, I don't know what to say. Kind of the same thing happened with Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, the first 45 minutes, I just couldn't stand, but after that, it started to get better and better as the movie went along. So far, that's 2 Spider-Man movies that have disappointed me with the first act or first half. Oh well, what can you do? Complain about it. That's what you do. Okay. But enough about that. Now that you've heard my thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home, it's your turn to tell me your thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home. For some reason, I keep thinking I'm saying the title wrong, but I know it's right. I don't know what's going on in my head. I don't know. Keep thinking one thing is a different thing, and so forth. I need a video editing software. I'm just rambling at this point. I already explained why I can't edit to this video, but like in my earlier videos, not like first videos, and like, but rather I don't remember. I can't remember. It was a few videos ago, so I'll check out I'll try to remember which one it was, but now this is what I got. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like, and I already told you to comment down below what you thought of the movie, or whatever you want to do down there. Have fun. My social media links, they'll be in the description down below. It's for Twitter, Facebook, Stardust, and Instagram. Mostly on Twitter. I've started to use Facebook a little bit more now. Instagram I'm still kind of using. I don't use it I use it the least out of the 4, but it's there when I want to post about fun stuff. I don't usually talk about movies on Instagram. I usually like to talk about things that I think are worth pointing out or fun. So go check out my Instagram if you haven't already. And Stardust is where I talk about the movies that I've already seen, the like 30-second reaction videos. So if you want to know my thoughts on movies that it's like early thoughts, basically, is how I like to describe it. I don't actually describe it like that, but I just thought that right now. That's what happened. And there's Stardust, and last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. I never get tired of that. Part of Foley Nation? What do I usually say? Oh yeah, now I remember. After you subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. That's going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the new Quentin Tarantino movie. I'm excited to talk about that movie because so far that's my favorite movie of the year. Can't wait to talk about that movie. And until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.